Hey everybody, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Okay, I'm a little late to the party here, I know, but you know what? Everyone else has done their little, given their 2 cents about the Egypt Station Explorers edition. Several people have given their 2 cents about the Egypt Station Traveler's Suitcase edition, the super, 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 super deluxe there with all the goodies and stuff in it. And I figured, what the heck, everybody has their own little personality and take on it. So I'm going to do a video about the Egypt Station Explorers edition. I finally got mine in the mail. I sent for it through Amazon. I did check a couple of stores near me on the day of release, and they didn't have it. They just wasn't there. I don't know, lack of interest, or they didn't care, but no one had it in my regular stores. So I got the Amazon edition. And I'm going to give my take on it. Why not? I'm going to have like one little angel sitting on, a matte angel sitting on this shoulder, and my devil Matt sitting on this shoulder. In other words, folks, I'm going to say good stuff about it. I'm going to say some lousy stuff about it, and have my little opinion here. I mean, don't shoot the messenger here. I know many of you, you love Paul as I do. You love the Beatles as I do. But, I'm going to just be honest and just say what I have to say today, good and bad, and take it for what it's worth. And it really amounts to nothing but a hill of beans. I mean, who cares what I think, right? Just my opinion. But anyway, so I get this in. First of all, I've got plenty of editions of Egypt Station. As you can see, I got 2 vinyls showing back here with my new album. And I'm going to tell you why that's there in a minute. I've got the blue and orange colored vinyl. I've got the red colored vinyl from, I think the red was from Barnes & Noble. And I've got the green vinyl, which was a Spotify exclusive. How many more versions of this thing do I need, folks? I also have the Target CD, which had the 2 original extra songs on it. So I'm all Egypt Station out, okay? You want to go back and see what my thoughts were on all the upcoming Egypt Station stuff and what my thoughts were about it when it came out, go back to my videos a few months ago when the album originally came out, and you can see a couple of 2 or 3 videos I made about this album and the songs, and have fun, have a party, and go see what I had to say. So I covered the bases on it. And I have to admit, I was a little burned out on Egypt Station. I haven't really listened to it for a few months now. I really haven't put it on. I mean, I just, not that I disliked it. If you go back to those reviews, I still stand by my review, which was, it's a good album, and that's all I'll really say about it. It's a good album. Is it an excellent album like this one was? And that's why New is back there. New, his album prior to this one, was an excellent album in my book. You can go back and see my thoughts on New. I love the New album. I think he did a bang-up job on it. I think it merits an A. Excellent album. Egypt Station, it's a B. I'll give it a strong B at this point. Here we are in May of 2019. It's a B album. A lot of great stuff on it, and there's a few clunkers. Not many, but enough it knocks it down to a B for me. I'm sorry. There's some songs that shouldn't have been on this album. Now, if you want to go and play the game of, well, if they had taken some of these bonus tracks and, like Get Started or Frank Sinatra's Party there, and put that on there and taken off Back in Brazil and maybe take off Despite Repeated Warnings or whatever, I'm not going to criticize it now. I'm just going to say, yeah, it might have made it a little more, it might have knocked it up another notch, maybe from a B to a B plus. But I don't know. I just think it would have taken a lot to make it an A album like New was. So I'm going to stick with a B on this album. Now, as far as this, I was thinking of getting the vinyl, but I'm going to say now, folks, that I've really gotten into this. I've listened on Spotify. I listened to the CD now that I have it. I'm not going to get the vinyl. I just think it's a waste of time for me. No offense, but those, and again, don't mind my eyesight. I don't have my glasses on. But you got 10 extra songs on disc 2, and I'm happy with this. I mean, I'm just going to say I'm a little bit underwhelmed by disc 2, okay? It's okay. Nice to have it. Nice to have 8 additional songs other than the 2 I got on my Target exclusive, which were Get Started and Nothing for Free. And I'm happy to have the other 8 and 4 of them being live. But is it that fabulous that I need to get the vinyl when I've already got 3 vinyl copies already on colored? No, I'd be foolish to go out and spend the money unless I go into a store one day and it's on a 50% off sale or something, or You know, somebody wants to do a trade with me for something else and they want to say, hey, would you like a nice vinyl copy of Egypt Station Explorers edition? Then maybe I'll do it. But to go out and spend the money, I'm not going to do it. I'm just, it's not worth it to me. And I'm going to be honest with you. Disc 1, as I say, the album itself, it's a solid B. There's a few songs on there, and I'm not going to go through each one now. If you want to see my review of Egypt Station, go back a few months. You can check it out. It's a B album. It's a good album. It's okay. I like it. You know, I don't dislike it. It's certainly not in his top 10 of best albums of all time. What's he got now? 25, 26 solid studio albums. I'm going to say, again, I did his ranking of his albums before this came out like a year ago, and a little over a year ago, and I think I had 25 in the countdown. I got to say, this would probably be somewhere around number 15 or 16. Am I wrong in that? That's what I'm guessing. So it's a good album. But Disc 2, it's hit or miss, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little underwhelmed by it, as I said. I like to use that word, underwhelmed, because I really thought like I was going to be all excited putting it on and listening to it in context of all 10 songs. And it started out pretty good, and it fades for me. It fades, all right? Go through it with you. Get Started and Nothing for Free. I have to admit, I like those two songs. Like them a lot. In a perfect world, I think they should have been on the regular Egypt Station album, and we could get rid of Back in Brazil and maybe get rid of People Want Peace or something like that. Get rid of those two. Put Get Started on there and Nothing for Free, and maybe I'd jack it up to a B+ album, okay? But as it is, it's a B. But I do like those two songs. So I'm going to say those are two cool songs. The next two were okay, all right? The new ones, newly heard ones. Frank Sinatra's Party and, oh boy, 62nd Street. My eyesight's bad. Wow, where's my glasses? They're not here. Okay, bear with me then, folks. You know, old fogies like me. And this is small print. Look at that thing. Anyway, 62nd Street and Frank Sinatra's Party are pretty good songs. I like them. Are they like super stellar, outstanding songs of the best Paul McCartney, some of the best Paul songs ever? Absolutely not. They're good, solid songs, but they're not in Paul's list of best works of all time. Not that I expected them to be, not that I want them to be, but I will say I like them. I like them. I'll say I like the first 4 songs about the same, okay? That first 4 block of songs, Get Started, Nothing for Free, Frank Sinatra's Party, and 62nd Street, they're solid songs. I like them, okay? They're good. Then it starts to go downhill a little bit for me, folks. I got to be honest with you. Who cares the full-length version? My first thought was, who cares? Okay? Who cares? I don't care about that last little minute extra on that song. To me, it's just a bunch of noodling, guitar noodling and goofing around. It sounds like something he recorded later on, and like they just tacked it on the end to, you know, give it a little extra, you know, oomph to it, or a little more time, and throw it on here as a bonus track. But I got to be honest with you, folks, it does nothing for me. The song I like. I love the song. It's one of the better ones from Egypt Station. But the little extra bonus to make it an extended version, full-length version, does nothing for me. Don't care. You know, if I never knew it existed, I wouldn't feel like I missed out on anything. Get Enough is next, and I've had enough of it. Okay? I've listened to it I haven't listened to it since it first came out in January, right after it dropped over the new year. Haven't listened to it since. Now I've listened to it several times just to see if my thoughts have changed. They haven't changed. I don't like it. It's not a good song. There's, you know, that little middle section or near the end, I think, where the voices change and it gets kind of upbeat and chorus comes in. I kind of like that part a little bit, but I don't like the song. It's not that good. You know, nice to have a set where it's on, to say I've got some extra stuff, but not something I'm going to be listening to a lot. The 4 live songs, folks, Come On To Me, For You, Confidant, and Who Cares. Again, Mezza. It's like, they don't really do anything for me. Nice to have them. Nice that they were recorded live in 4 different locations. but as versions, they're not that great. Okay, they're okay. And I think as some other people have said in their videos, and I agree 100% with them, Paul sounds tired, folks. His voice, and I'm not going to get into the whole voice thing. I love Paul. I love the Beatles. I shouldn't even have to say it to you. You know how much I love Paul and the Beatles. And I did a whole video. It's one of my most watched ever videos. Go back when I talk about Paul's voice, a serious discussion. Go back and check out that video where I give my thoughts about Paul's voice. I don't put him down for it. I praise Paul and how proud I am of him and what he's able to have accomplished over this many decades of a career, and now approaching the age 77 next month. And here, you know, he comes out with a bonus edition of his album from last year. God bless Paul. I love the man. I always will. He'll always be one of my idols of all time. From the time I was a little kid right up till the day I die, he'll always be one of my idols, someone I really look up to and admire. And his talent is beyond words. But his voice is tired, folks. He's an older man now. He's 77, and you can't begrudge him for it. But his voice is kind of shot, and it really shows up on the live cuts. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Nice to have them. I wish in a perfect world, you know, Paul's voice on this album and the bonus disc could still be the Paul of 1976 or even 1986, but unfortunately it's not. And that's part of life, and I don't criticize Paul for it. You know, I'm so happy he's still out there doing it, and he's just starting up his tour now, and God bless the man. He's wonderful. But those 4 live cuts, I'll never really listen to them much again, folks. They just don't. If anything, I'll listen to the studio version of Egypt Station on occasion, but to go back to those 4 live cuts, hardly ever. So, you know, I may make a playlist with some of the studio cuts, those first 4 on disc 2, plus my favorites from disc 1, the regular album, and make my own little Egypt Station mix. And that's probably what I'll do and listen to on occasion. Okay? So again, folks, that's my take on it. I'm happy to have the CD. I don't think I'm going to get the vinyl. I'm kind of Egypt stationed out. I'm going to take a break from it now for a while, and that's it. Happy to have gotten it. Happy to add it to my collection. But again, it's good. Okay, it's a B. It's good, and I recommend it to other fans. How's that? Is that okay? What else can I do? What else can I say? I love you all. God bless. Thanks for being here. I truly appreciate every one of you for watching, for commenting, and being supportive of my channel. So all the best to you. Enjoy Egypt Station Explorers Edition. Ooh, enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye.